It's a memorandum of understanding. We received it from LBS last week. And this letter, this memorandum came in the wake of the action taken by the Liberia Broadcasting System over the time President George Manneh Weah took the marketeers from here to Omega. So the Liberia Broadcasting System, LBS, then came in claiming legitimacy of this property, that this land in question belongs to them, and that they need some sort of compensation from the dwellers of the community. So we have had a series of meetings on this matter. So
with whom? Who specifically from LBS you held the meeting with?
The management team from LBS are specifically represented by Mr. Azzy Ray and one Laura. Okay, they will come here on several times to go around. They have taken a mark, even on the houses, they mark all of the dwelling places around here. Okay, and then they served, for the first time, they served us a questionnaire. On that questionnaire, they were asking the dwellers some questions: how much each dweller can pay for their place that they are residing currently. So it brought some sort of doubt with the dwellers, so they now ran to us. And nothing else we could do, because we ourselves were trying to find out as to whether we should enter into such arrangement with them when it is not properly explained. Therefore, what we did was we had to send for them again, and they came and we told them, you have to come down with a memorandum of understanding. In that memorandum, please tell us who we are in this place. Though it is true that this place we are doesn't belong to us, okay, but the Liberian came here as a result of the brutal civil war, okay, the Charles Taylor Civil War from 1997, 96. And we all came here, and we been here, and the marketeers joined us in the process. So according to the Liberia Broadcasting System, they have signed a memorandum with the marketeers, the LMA. Then in the past, or I didn't know how that memorandum was being arranged with them. So now, when this current president, our president George Manneh Weah, after he took the marketeers from here, then LBS now is coming claiming that they want the land, but what they want to use the land for is what they don't want to tell us. And we, the dwellers that are here, we don't have nowhere to go. So we are kind of pleading that we cannot afford to leave. So they should sign a memorandum of understanding with us, at least so that we can have permanent ownership on the land. But to our utmost surprise, when we saw the memorandum of understanding, it says stating that we should pay rent. And you will see the memorandum, it is written there 1 year. It means the thousands of people that live on this land
has 1 year to vacate.
Should only be here 1 year.
If they refuse to pay the rent, or they should pay rent for 1 year and vacate the area.
We should pay rent for 1 year, and after the 1 year, if our relationship goes well, then it means that they are going to extend the time, or they are going to relinquish the contract with us. That is what NO they have told us already.
Okay, so tell us, when you came here, you talk about people came here way back 1997. Tell us, when you came, how this place was like.
Well, 1997, when people moved here, this place was a forest. This place was something we call grave site. People bury people here. In fact, they said this place was used for ritualistic killing. One of our dwellers lived by so, Mr. Mator. Mr. Mator, when he came here, he was one of the first people that ever came here. This place where he got his house currently, it was so bones. He has photos of some of them. He had to show them to us. He said it was so scary. Okay, so this place was a bush. The LMA can attest to that.
So what are some of the concerns from residents since have you held meeting with them? Are they aware of this new development?
It is scary. Normally when they hear this news about LBS, sometimes they get panicked. I got one of my grandmother, I don't even want to tell her what is going on with LMA. Because if she just hear that LMA want to take people from here, she want to go off. So normally I take it very easy to talk to her, you know, because when people hear the news, they have nowhere else to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. So they are all being so frustrated, and they are kind of saying, the president cannot take us from here. Now that they are taking things very hard, but because seeing themselves as a citizen and have had no other means of getting a new resident, you know, now they're just calling on the president or any other person to come to their aid to allow them live here. Whatever requirement that government can come up with, say if it is a government land, then the government can come up with a requirement and the people can live here just like any other communities around here, like Niku Town, the other places, Pastor Town, and what we had to 540. Those people didn't have legitimacy over the place, but the government gave that place to them. And today, they are all living in peace. So we can also live here in peace.
So you are pleading with the government to allow your stay here and meet up whatsoever requirement that LBS would come up with. Well, I read a memorandum and understanding that was sent from LBS, and they are saying that people will be paying per structure. Looking at the current population now, the market is no longer here. People are struggling to survive. Do you think that residents will be able to comply with this new rule that LBS is coming up with?
This is where we got our problem. Because previously when the Labrador Marketing Association was here, the Labrador Marketing Association were charging fees.
How much?
Only structures. Structures that were doing business, that we say shop and stores. Those were the ones that were paying.
So the homes that were
but
here,
the homes were not paying any fee.
But people were paying rent, right? To landlords, to people who build their homes.
No, the people who build their homes, they live in their homes. So if you say landlords, I don't know. Because you can build your house and you pay rent to your home house.
No, I mean when you build a house and then somebody comes to rent from you.
Oh yeah, because to find their little daily living. Because nobody working, to be specific. Nobody is working, doing nothing, just a little market.